Hello there, from Groot speaking fluent English.
You're never gonna believe what Rocket did the other day.
To the Winter Soldier being activated.
Longing.
Желание.
Rusted.
Живой.
Furnace.
Печь.
And Twitch streamers have already unlocked a secret emote for Emma Frost. Here are 20 secrets and Easter eggs in Marvel Rivals Season 2. We find ourselves on Krakoa this season as the Hellfire Gala kicks off and immediately Ultron crashes the party and our latest fight begins. But a hero we were all expecting is missing. Where is Blade? We freed the Daywalker from Dracula's clutches last season, and by venturing back into Central Park this season, we can see Blade is no longer a prisoner here. He's gone completely, and we all assumed he'd be in game right now. Well, in fact he is. Over in Wakanda, Blade is taking a nap. It looks like he needs a little time to recover before joining the team, and I don't know whose bed this is or why he has the world's smallest blanket. So, the White Queen, Emma Frost, her arrival has made many characters a little hot and bothered.
We'd make quite the power couple.
Maybe. But what do you have that I don't, Emma?
Take another look. Do you really need to ask that, Tony?
Right.
Yet the White Queen also has many wholesome moments, and this one surprised me. We all know Groot's vocabulary is a little bit limited.
I am Groot. I am Groot. I am Groot.
Well, Emma changes that.
I am Groot.
And I can read your thoughts. No need to keep our conversation so basic.
Oh, what a relief. There's so much I've been dying to say.
Yeah, the big man suddenly opens up thanks to telepathy, and even shows how smooth he can be.
You shine brighter than the stars back on Planet X, ma'am.
That may very well be the kindest thing anyone has ever said about me.
I wonder why other telepaths can't speak to Groot like this. Okay, there's no denying it, Emma's assets are the center of attention, so here's how to make the most of them while you're waiting that annoying 30 seconds before the match begins. By walking into a corner and holding out your shield, it's possible to do this. Simply move forward slightly over and over again, and it does wonders for team morale. And speaking of badonkadonks, here's the strangest update to the season, as all the dudes' butts have now been made slightly rounder and a bit bigger. Of course, this is down to Redditors who wanted all characters to be objectified equally.
That's America's ass.
That is America's ass.
Back in Krakoa, we can find ourselves in Psylocke's room, complete with her sword, and one of her butterflies will land on the sword's hilt occasionally. In here, we can also spot a wolf sleeping, and we may already know his name. If you've ever picked Psylocke alongside Wolverine in the last 6 months, you may have heard this line.
Is it true that they call you Logan?
Maybe. What's it to you?
My pet wolf was named Logan. I miss him.
Sorry to hear it, darling, but I ain't no one's pet. Not in any reality.
Psylocke speaks about her wolf Logan in past tense, so this is either a replacement for Logan the wolf, or he was resurrected, which is very possible here in Krakoa. At one of the initial spawn points, you can actually turn around and look at this tree of life here. Each of those pods can be used for resurrection. Speaking of foreshadowing, did you know the first skin in the Battle Pass this season, Spider Oni, has been here since the day we arrived? Over in Future Tokyo, the Spider Oni is seen in this signage. So I guess anything in this game is a hint to the future. I'll keep an eye on the ramen stand that uses images of Spider-Ham. He's the hero we truly deserve.
Look out! Here comes the Spider-Head!
The new location of Krakoa is a home for all mutants, and if you know your lore, this is actually a living island. Its face can be seen when we fight for the center objective. Before everything is destroyed here, take the time to look at all the chairs. 12 are here in total for the 12 voting members of the Quiet Council, who decide the laws for mutants to live by. And around this area, there are statues of the founding and key members of the council, such as Magneto and of course Emma Frost. There's also one of Storm, and a great little detail is that there is a constant wind swirling around her. And one more statue has players hopeful for the future, as Charles Xavier, Professor X, is here, and he is not bound to a wheelchair in this version of reality, and it looks like the House of X version of Charles. And his body type definitely looks small enough to be a support unit should he ever arrive in game. Oh, and one last point about the grove we are in right now. It's named after another character called Grove, who was a first-generation mutant. Back to Emma now and her interactions with other characters. Take the time to speak to Bucky and you'll eventually hear this.
Longing. Rusted. Furnace. What are these random words repeating in your mind?
Trust me, you don't want to find out, lady. So I keep them to myself if I were you.
Someone implanted a code in your brain, didn't they?
If you remember back in 2016 in the movie Captain America Civil War, these words were revealed to be trigger words which activated the Winter Soldier as a sleeper agent for Hydra.
Желание. Ржавой. Печь.
Я готов отвечать.
What a really cool touch.
Someone implanted a code in your brain, didn't they?
Krakoa is filled with many animals of note. The most eye-catching is a dragon that perches above the capture point. I had to look into this one as I didn't know who that was, and this is actually Shogo Lee, a Hungarian orphan who was adopted by Jubilation Lee, another character Marvel fans want to see in the game. Shogo lives on Krakoa and has both a human form and this dragon form, which does fly off occasionally, maybe trying to find his adopted mama Jubilee. Hold that thought, I decided to go into replay mode to see where the dragon goes, and you will never guess, because it just gets stuck here, clipping through about 6 walls. Illusion broken. But look at his little legs just hanging there. Something new on the island are these little minions. Some are asleep, some vanish into thin air, and some just want your attention and give you a wave. These seedlings are Ak, Ro and Ko, and they were specifically designed to be introduced into the Marvel Universe by Marvel Rivals. They're the cutest thing ever. They have no idea they were formed out of chaos. They are part of the living island of Krakoa, and they are part Chronovium. There's another bunch of little critters here, and I have no idea who they are, so please help me out and in return I'll pin your comment. In Team B's spawn room, there are 5 red devil looking beings. Some are asleep, one is having a swing, and a few are drinking. What's most peculiar in this room is the science bench, with test tubes and some sort of chemistry going on. Please educate me, internet. Who are they? Are they new, or are they a long-standing species in Marvel history? I simply have no idea. And finally, it looks like the first hint towards Season 2.5 has already begun, as during the reveal for the Hellfire Gala, we could see Doom 2099 take Loki aside for a chat. It's only a split second, but enough time for theories to be made. We'll leave those for another time, because you must be sick of my voice by now, so I'll get out of your ear holes. I'm Adam, you're awesome, it's been a pleasure, see ya!